Hi guys, welcome back to Yogarobix Part 2, Day 4. Today we're going to begin in a child's pose, wide-legged, knees come as wide as your mat, big toes touch. Sit back on those heels and let your chest melt towards the mat. Forehead can rest on the mat. And let's just take a couple breaths to become present on the mat, leaving everything else off of the mat for the next 30 minutes. Start by taking a deep breath in and completely empty out that exhale. Deep breath in and empty out that exhale. One more time. Oh, you might hear some planes fly over. If you're new here, there's an airport not far from where I live, so occasionally you'll hear a plane. From your child's pose, you're going to slide forward, coming into frog pose, widening the legs, coming onto your forearms, just to open up those hips a little bit. Take a couple breaths here. And go ahead and walk up on your hands, and you're going to bring one knee and foot in, then the other knee and foot in, coming into a tabletop. We're going to do a couple cat-cows. We're going to arch, open the chest, lift the chin as we inhale, and exhale, round through your back, chin comes to chest, pushing through your hands and feet and knees, coming back, arching, opening that chest, lifting the chin, inhale, and exhale, round through, chin to chest. Come down to your forearms, and we're going to stretch the right leg out, coming onto the ball of that foot, push back with that heel, and we're going to lift that right leg, and we're going to pulse. So take a deep breath in, and exhale as you pulse. Bring it in. Stretch that left leg out on the ball of that foot, push back with the heel. Feel a nice stretch through the calf. And lift the left leg. You can point the toes, take a deep breath in. Exhale as you pulse. Bring it in. From here, we're going to lift the right leg and bring it in. Don't let it touch the ground. Lift, bring it in. Start breathing. Bring it down. Take it over to the other side. Lift. And bring it down. Come on up back to your tabletop. Knees are under your hips, hands under your shoulders, widen those fingers. And we're going to take a deep breath in, lift that belly button towards your spine. And exhale, bring knee to elbow, come back. Breathe in, exhale, knee to elbow, come back. Continue breathing on your own, keeping that core nice and tight. We're going to curl the toes, bring the knees together, sit back. Right arm comes out, grab those 4 fingers, pull them under, stretching out through that wrist and forearm and hand. And bring those 4 fingers over. Take another breath. Here comes another airplane. Left arm comes out, grab those 4 fingers, pull them under. Pull those 4 fingers over. Go ahead and flatten your feet. Sit back. Fists come out in front and do a couple wrist circles. And reverse. Bring that right arm out, slide that left hand down, pull it in towards your chest. Keep that arm as straight as you can. And take it to the other side. Pull it in towards your chest, keeping it straight. And shake everything out. Couple shoulder circles. Reverse. And let's flow it out. Let's come into our first downward dog. Curl those toes under, lift those hips, straighten that spine. Pedal the feet out as you breathe. Go ahead and rise up on those tippy toes and sink down on the heels. Rise up, sink down. One more time, rise up, sink down. Tailbone tucks up towards the sky. Try to sink down through the heels. On your next breath in, we're going to lift the right leg high. Inhale, exhale, we're going to step it up. Give yourself some height coming up on the back of that ball, the ball of the back foot. I can never get that right. Step between those hands, lower down. It's a tongue twister. Slowly rise up, squeezing those inner thighs together. Lift the arms over your head. And from here, we're going to drop the right arm. And we're going to just pulse as we stretch over to the right, keeping our lower body as still as possible. And let's take it to the other side. Reach those arms up, sink into that front hip, take a deep breath. Frame that front foot, curl the back toes, slide that front leg back, come into a plank. Drop the knees down, drop your chest and chin down, but alleviate the weight off of your chin by utilizing your arm muscles. Go ahead and slide it up, cobra. Lower back down, chin to mat. And come back up, cobra. Breathe in. Exhale, melt back down. Rise up by straightening the arms. Breathe in. Exhale, come on down. Hands come under the shoulders, curl those toes, come right back to your downward dog. Pedal those feet out. Bringing chest towards your thighs, straightening that spine. That helps the tailbone tuck towards the sky. Pedaling the feet, take a deep breath. On your next breath in, left leg comes high, three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, coming forward, give yourself some height, coming up onto the ball of the back foot. Step it up, lower down on that back leg, flatten that foot. Squeeze those inner thighs together, lift arms overhead, and we drop down that left hand. And we're going to arch, just kind of pulse it over to the left, a little bit of a side arch. So we're stretching out through the right side body as we're working the obliques on the left side body. And drop that right hand down, left arm comes over, and we take it to the other side. Keeping your lower half rooted, so you're just moving your torso. And we're gonna lift the arms overhead, sink into that front hip, take a deep breath, and then we frame the front foot, pop up on the back foot, slide the front leg back, coming into a plank. Drop those knees down, chin and chest to the mat. Flatten those feet, and let's slide it through. Cobra. Melt it down. Remove that. Rise up, straighten those arms, breathe in. Exhale, melt it down. Keeping the knees and the legs on the mat the whole time. Lift, breathe in. Exhale, lower. One more time. Lift, breathe in. Exhale, lower. Curl those toes. And come back to downward dog. Pedal the feet. So many airplanes today. What is happening? Take a deep breath here. Bring the chest towards your thighs, straightening that spine, tailbone towards the sky. Take one more breath. And we bring right leg high, deep breath in. Exhale. This time we come forward and tap 3 times. Really lifting that knee to the chest. Come back to three-legged dog, breathe in. Exhale, 3 taps. Three-legged dog, breathe in. Exhale, 3 taps. This time we step it right up. Keep that back leg lifted. Squeeze those inner thighs as you begin to rise up to a high lunge. Arms overhead. Drop that right arm down. Pulse it over to the right. Switching the arms, going to the other side now. Reach those arms overhead, sink into that front hip, breathe in. Exhale, frame that foot. Come back to your plank. Drop those knees down, lift those heels. Bring those shoulders over the wrists. Chaturanga, modified push-ups. Breathing in, exhale, lower. Breathe in, exhale, lower. Breathe in, exhale, breathe in, exhale, and drop those feet down, curl the toes, come back to your high plank, and back to downward dog. Pedal those feet. Take a deep breath. Chest towards those thighs, tailbone to the sky. Lift the left leg, three-legged dog, breathe in. Exhale, 3 taps. Three-legged dog, breathe in. Exhale, 3 taps. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, 3 taps, and then step it right up. Keep that back leg lifted. Slowly rise up, high lunge. Arms overhead. Drop that right hand down. No, other way. Drop the left hand down, and we pulse it over to the left. Switch sides. Arms overhead, sink into that front hip, take a breath. And frame the front leg. Bring it back to a plank. Drop the knees down. Sit back, child's pose. Forehead to the mat. Catch your breath. One more breath. Slowly begin to roll it up. Curling those toes, lift those hips, pedal the feet. Breathing. Chest towards the thighs, tailbone to the sky. On your next breath in, right leg comes high. Three-legged dog. Breathe in. Exhale, we're going to step it wide. Come into lizard pose. Drop down on that back leg, flatten that foot, and come down to your forearms. Elbows come directly under the shoulders. Take a breath here. From here, we're going to curl the back toes under and lift that leg. Let's hold it here for 3 breaths. And walk back up on those hands. We're going to slide that leg through, over to the left, opening the arms to the sky. And we're going to drop down right to your booty. Now, you're not in a straddle here. Your legs are just open wide. And we're going to bring one hand to the outside and one to the inside so that we can lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now switch hands. Other hand comes in the middle and the other hand comes behind, and we lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Let's roll right back to our bellies. Hands come under your shoulders. Curl your toes under. And we're going to come right back to your downward dog. Pedal those feet. Chest towards your thighs. Lift the tailbone towards the sky. Left leg comes high. Three-legged dog. Breathe in. Exhale. Step it really wide so that foot is halfway off your mat and it's turned out. Lower down on that back foot. Coming down onto our forearms. Coming into lizard pose. Take a breath here. We're then going to curl the back toes, lift that leg, and take 3 breaths. Pop up on those hands. We're going to heel toe and slide that leg through over to the right, lifting the arm, lifting those hips off of the mat, and slowly lower down onto your booty. Here we bring one hand in the middle, one behind, and we lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Switch hands. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Bring those legs together. Roll right onto your belly. Curl those toes. Downward dog. Pedal the feet, take a breath. And step one, then the other, forward. Activate through those thighs, lifting that tailbone towards the sky. Tighten the core. Let the torso and arms hang heavy. Breathing. Bringing more weight into the balls of your feet. And let's slowly begin to roll it up. Arms overhead, inhale, exhale, hands to heart. Lift up on all 5 of the left toes, put them down one at a time. Really let that foot melt into the mat. Hands to your heart. Bring that right knee up. And we come right into Warrior 3. And tap that toe and lift. We're going to bend everything in and lift, tap, lift, bend, lift, tap, lift, bend, and lift. Then, don't fall. From Warrior 3, you're going to then sink back into your warrior two. You might need to heel toe those feet a little bit wider, coming into your warrior two stance. Arms come out, shoulders down away from your ears, flip that front palm, reach it front, coming into peaceful warrior. Straighten up on that front leg, warrior two arms, reach it front, come right into your triangle, open that chest. Don't worry about getting your fingertips to the ground. Just keep that chest nice and open. And let's slowly begin to turn the torso. Bring both hands on the inside of that foot, right hand on the mat, and we're going to turn and open up into revolve triangle. Take a breath here and frame that front foot. Turn on the back ball of that foot, bending on that front foot. And we're going to reach that left arm towards the sky. Framing the front foot now. Come into your plank. Come right back to downward dog. Pedal those feet. And bring chest towards the thighs, lifting that tailbone towards the sky. Step the right foot up, then the left. Forward fold. Slowly begin to roll it up. Arms overhead, breathe in. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to lift all 5 of the right toes this time. Place them down one at a time. Hands to heart. Lifting the left leg, bending that knee. Coming into your warrior 3. We're going to tap the toe and lift. Bend it in and lift. Tap, lift, bend, lift, tap, lift, bend, lift, tap, lift, and bend, lift. Now we're going to sink back into your warrior 2 stance. You might need to heel toe open a little wider. Opening those arms. We're going to reach it front. Come into your peaceful warrior. Straightening up on that front leg. Coming back to warrior 2 arms. Reach it front. Coming into our triangle. Open that chest wide. Take a breath here. Turning our torso. Bringing both hands to the mat. Left hand comes down. We twist that right arm open to the sky. Revolve triangle. Framing that front foot. Turn on the ball of the back foot and begin to bend that front leg. Left hand comes on the inside of that foot and we twist the right arm open to the sky. Frame that foot. Slide that leg back, coming into a plank. We're going to do one chaturanga. You can drop your knees down to modify or breathe in, come forward. Exhale, elbows in, flip those feet and open it up. From here, you're going to come onto your knees, swing those legs around, and we're going to do some core work here. It is hot out here, y'all. Holy moly. Let's slowly roll back. Feet come to the mat. Arms come up. We're going to pulse it over to the left, over to the right. Left, right. Left, right. Continue breathing. Stretch everything out. Good morning stretch. Wipe the sweat off your face if you have any. I certainly do. And we're going to bring our hands under our glutes just slightly to keep them in place. Feet come up, point your toes. And I'm going to scissor all the way almost down, and then I'm going to lift my legs up. Point my toes. Scissor, kick, all the way almost to the ground, and then lift back up. Make sure you're breathing. One more time. Hug it in. Left leg comes down. Twist it over to the left with that right knee. And both shoulder blades on the mat. You can bring that right arm out and look over towards that hand. Twists are always good for digestion, clearing the body of toxins, metabolism. I like to do at least one type of twist in each practice for that reason. And you should drink water at the end of each practice. We're going to bring that right leg down now, bend that left knee, and we're going to twist that over to the right. Bring that left arm out. You can look over towards that hand. Both shoulder blades on the mat. Take a breath here. And come on back. You can either turn and meet me in a seat, or come into a little ball and rock and roll. We're going to do a little bit of flexibility work, and then I'll let you guys go. I'm going to grab my block. I like to have it for my elbows to rest on. Come into your straddle or middle split. Now you should be able to sit up nice and straight here. If you find yourself rolling like that, your legs are too far apart. Bring them in. You can adjust your booty. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall, pulling from the chest, hinging from the hips. You can come forward, rest your elbows on the ground or a block, or your fingertips can come out. Just keep your spine nice and long. Take a couple breaths. Feet are flexed. How many airplanes? I mean, never have I seen this many airplanes fly over. Ever. They're all getting out of Dodge. Going to their private islands where there's no disease. I don't know. Maybe they're just flying around because they're bored to tears. Probably. If you want to scooch out a little further, hinge from the hips, lead with the chest. Take a couple breaths. And let's walk it back up. Let's grab that right toe, wrap the fingers around it, open the chest, and bring left arm over left ear. Keep that chest nice and open. Both sits bones on the mat. Take a breath. And come back through center. Wrap the fingers around that toe, open the chest. Right arm comes over that ear. Keeping that chest open, both sits bones on the mat. Take a breath. And come back through center. Bending the legs, bring them in. We're going to come into a comfortable seat and finish with a seated meditation. I like to sit up on a block You do not have to. If you want to, wonderful. If not, that's okay too. We can come into crisscross applesauce, just regular seat or half lotus. Sitting up nice and tall, nice long spine, crown of the head reaching up, nice long neck, closing our eyes, shoulders down. Hands can be in your lap, or maybe one on your heart, one on your belly, or hands at your heart, whatever you want, whatever's more comfortable. We're just going to close our eyes. We're just going to breathe. We're going to concentrate on the sound of our breath. And in meditation, anytime thoughts come into your head, they say to choose a word that makes you happy or positive, and just chant that word over and over until you come back to that present moment. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Continue breathing just like that on your own for the next few moments. Go ahead and bring your hands to your heart. Give yourself a big smile. We're going to finish off with 2 chants, and I hope you join in. If you feel silly, you don't have to. I get it. And take a deep breath in. Okay, that airplane totally just stole my thunder. Let's do one more time. Deep breath in. Give yourself one more smile. Gently open those eyes. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me today. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope to see you back tomorrow for day 5. Namaste. Bye.